Hey friends! So welcome back to Frankfurt Friday. For the last case for this week, we are going back to Indiana in a small known town called Elkhart. As you can tell by the title of this video, essentially Laughing Jack isn't technically our killer in the situation because he is a creepypasta, so he's a fictional character. But our killer essentially was like obsessed with the Laughing Jack character, and that's what is believed to be what resulted in the murder that happened. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to give a little bit of a background on Laughing Jack, so kind of a context to show like who he is, and then I'm going to get straight into the story of the murder. So with that being said, I'm gonna quit my rambling and let's go get started. So of course we got to start off with Laughing Jack's origins. Essentially, it's from the first confirmed source apparently is from 2013, is when he came into the world essentially on an internet forum, like I said, as a creepypasta, and it said that he basically is a bad guy who targets kids, and then he basically pretends to be like an imaginary friend of kids, and then he's said to kill said kids once he officially gets their trust. So now we're going to get into the actual murder case. Maria Torres was born April 9th, 1964. She would marry a man who had a 12-year-old daughter from another relationship. She had two kids of her own, Egner Jr. and Ruby. The 12-year-old I guess like her 12-year-old stepdaughter, she suffered from PTSD from a traumatic childhood, and apparently she enjoyed creepypastas with Laughing Jack, who I mentioned earlier, being the one that she preferred the most. So then she would claim that she actually would be hearing the voices of Laughing Jack, and apparently would even ask her family for help, which not everyone does, and it said that nothing was really done at that point, and then apparently she starts plotting to kill her whole family, and even was even searching up like how to do it properly on Google. So on the fateful day of July 23rd, 2015, JT, as she's referred to publicly, because again, the daughter's like 12, so she's a minor, so they're not leaving her name. Apparently, she would go eat dinner with her dad and Maria, and then proceed to go watch TV. But before she did this, she, I guess, had called. I didn't specify how, but she got into contact with a friend saying, hey, can you meet me, I guess, at this place at like 10 p.m. And then she went to go eat dinner with her dad and Maria, and then went to go watch TV in her room. So then later that night, she proceeds to set fire to her room, specifically in her closet. Maria and Erwin were apparently asleep by this point, but they, of course, would smell the fire. Maria apparently would be in the hallway and see JT in the room while the room is on fire. Apparently, she would even call out to her, but JT wasn't answering. So then apparently, Erwin would apparently go in and actually try to stop the fire himself, whereas Maria is actually said to have gotten JT out of the room to get her to safety, obviously. So then at this point, it said that JT apparently started slashing at Maria, and obviously Maria's over screaming. Edwin is trying to get his daughter to stop stabbing Maria, and then she starts stabbing at him, but luckily he's able to get away. He proceeds to actually pick her up and is able to get her out of the fire, and is leaving Maria in the fire with the stab wounds. So then police and ambulance and firefighters, they all essentially arrive, and unfortunately, Maria is taken to the hospital, but it said that she, of course, died. It doesn't say how, but JT essentially was able to escape and go meet in the woods with a friend that she told to, hey, meet me at 10 p.m. So then, of course, they proceed to find a house and knock on the door, tell the homeowner that they were hiking, they ran out of food. So then, of course, again, I can imagine that the other girl was possibly 12 too, so seeing these two young little girls walking, and apparently their story wasn't adding up. So luckily, he proceeds to go call the police, and well, they think he's preparing a meal for them because they're saying that they ran out of food. So he calls police show up, and both of them are arrested. So then she gets sent to a juvenile prison to get evaluated. She is deemed not fit to stand trial and is diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder. She is rejected from 16 different mental hospitals, so that shows a good idea. She is then put into juvenile jail until 2017. In September 2017, she is deemed fit to stand trial. And like I said, because she was a minor at the time of the murder, because then she was 12 and she got tried at like 14, 15-ish, because we don't know her birthday. Where she's at right now is not publicly known. So I guess if anybody knows where she's at right now, I guess you could say so. But I don't think you get in legal trouble because this happened in 2015 and she was 12. So she would technically be an adult right now. That's assuming that she still is locked up for killing Maria. If anybody knew Maria or anybody involved in this case, definitely let me know. If you guys know any more creepypasta cases where the person's actually died, definitely let me know. And so with that being said, I cover failed females 3 times a week. Subscribe for more failed females. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing.